There is only one man in the human history that is capable of doing what Steph Curry just did in the last two games of the Olympics. Obviously, the man is Steph Curry because the absolute show he just put on in the biggest games of the 2024 Olympics will be remembered for a very, very long time, with Steph Curry averaging 30 points on 61% from the 23 and 63% from threes, making 17 of 27 threes in those two games. He made one less than three than the entire French team during the final. And a lot of people are using these performances to discuss where Steph ranks as an all-time player, which is fine, but these performances should tell the world something else. Steph Curry might be 36 years old, but he's far from the finished, and whatever your position of the Golden State Warrior is, whilst he's still on that roster, you can't take them lightly. Because when there's a player so good that run have to double team him whilst Kevin Durant and LeBron James are on the floor at same time, how am I supposed to not take the team he plays for in the NBA seriously? And we have to talk about what he just did at the Olympics, because I have already made a video talking about the Team USA win and Steph Curry as a whole. But when you do something like this, well, you deserve my own video, and the reason France decided to double Steph on the last USA possession of the game was just because he had hit three three-pointers in the 2 minutes prior to then. And it was just a reminder to everyone watching that you can play really, really hard and really well for 37 minutes like France did, keeping it to 3 points with 3 minutes remaining. But when Steph goes nuclear and hits 4 three-pointers in the last 3 minutes of the game, all of your hard work is for nothing. Do you know absolutely insane that is so? If he maintained that pace of shooting over the entire NBA quarter, that would be 16 3 points. Obviously that would never happen, but it's honestly surprising. We haven't seen Steph have quarter in which he has made 10 threes and something ridiculous. But then you remember when he gets hot, team do everything to get the ball out of his hands, even when he's on the same team as LeBron James and Kevin Durant. So you can only imagine the defense he's on the team with just regular NBA players, and he's going back to a team with regular NBA players, a team who a lot of people don't think have changed at being the threat at winning anything this year. And whilst I don't think they are championship favorites by any stretch, I can't write off a team with Stephen Curry. And when you look at last season, which I think many of people consider the worst season of Stephen Curry, he will still average 26 points and 5 assists per game, finished third team All-NBA and shot 41% from the three on nearly 12 attempts a game. That's a bad season for Stephen Curry, and I'm sure he thinks of it as the more of than of us. So you know for a fact he's entering the season with the extra boost from the Olympics, but also to prove that he's far from the worst, because you know for a fact he has been talked about guys like Luka Shea, even Julius Wilson, are overtaking him, and he's going to use that motivation. And when you think about just how good Steph could ever the course of this upcoming season, it's hard to think about what he did just over a year ago, just averaging under 30 points, 6 assists and 6 boards a game on ridiculous efficiency during the regular season, before then going into the playoffs and putting up 30 points and 6 assists per game, shooting a bit lower from the 3 we are accumulated to, but just putting the team on his back after the game with no better example than that the Game 7 adjusted the Kings in the back and forth series, in which the King locked like the better overall team. It was up to the Steph Curry to deliver a classic Steph Curry performance in Sacramento from Game 7, and a classic performance he delivered.